This isn't a new cue, but you might think it is because it has a brand new ferrule, which both looks and sounds far better when you strike the cue ball. My old ferrule was dropping down, cutting into my cue and causing my tip to come loose, whereas this one is just incredibly stable. And I've got to tell you, it feels fantastic. And you may notice it's not a titanium ferrule. I wanted to try one, but unfortunately it would have meant that I would have to have waited about 3 weeks to get my cue back rather than just the one. So I couldn't really do this at that time of the year when I had lots of games to play. So that was a bit unfortunate really, but the good news is that my ferrule's no longer dropping down the wood on the shaft of my cue like it was before. I hope that stops. Yep, we're on the black. But that was causing such a problem because it meant as it was dropping down it was actually eating into the wood, and that meant that I was having to like cut a little bit of the top of the cue off every time, and the cue was getting shorter because I was having to do that and stick the tip back on again. I really should have got it sorted out sooner because it really wasn't good, but now it's yeah, now it's playing nicely. The only thing is I've got a brand new tip on it. It's still a little bit spongy. It's probably going to take a week or so to bed in, which isn't really a problem. It's actually not too bad right now. I've had new tips before on the cue which have felt a lot less in control with them than with this. So that's really, you know, I'm optimistic about how quickly I'll get the feel of it. But there's just one or two where I feel like I've given it, like that one I was sort of playing for that red, where I suddenly give it a bit too much or not quite enough, and I don't seem to, you know, be able to tell the difference yet. But yeah, it's definitely feeling really nice. So it's just yeah, my cue, I was going to mention my cue's a 3/4 length cue, and I've had it for quite a while. It's nothing special, just a regular 3/4 length cue really. And I've the only thing I should probably point out is it's on the heavier side. It's actually quite wide, quite heavy, which is a bit unusual for snooker, but it's what I've ended up playing with really. So, and it's felt a lot better than the cue I was having to play with last week. That yeah, that was a bit difficult, the one I was playing with, because it was light and it was easy to miss shots with, although I still did manage to get a 57 break with it, which is better than I'm doing this week with this cue. So somehow managed to get a 57 break in a league game with a cue I basically pulled out the rack. So yeah, that wasn't bad. But I did, the interesting thing about that is I did stick a talisman on the end of it, and I felt a lot better with, you know, this is feeling quite difficult to control, and I know it'll be better when it hardens a bit after I've used it for a week. But it felt, you know, a lot easier to play with a harder tip, so might have to go back to something like that, whereas I've got a bit more control. But yeah, that's everything about my cue. Now let's see how it feels, if I feel like I can clear up. It doesn't feel like anything's a problem at the moment, just feels a bit like foreign and strange. That's probably because I've been playing, you know, normally I've not had a problem getting around that. That's probably because I've been playing with 2 different cues, or even 3 different cues. If you saw last week's video, where I actually played a couple of shots with it. Yeah, I got the weight right for that. That's probably a bit slow really. I played a few different shots with it, and I was trying to play the trick shot at the start of the video. I miscued, and it split the tip in half, and I couldn't believe it. It's probably because it hasn't been used in such a long time. It's just old and worn out. But yeah, it meant I had to play the rest of the video with a 3rd cue. So as you actually went through 3 cues in the making of last week's video, but thought it came out all right in the end. Right, now talking of coming out right, we're doing all right here, and this is feeling really good. It's feeling better than before. I'm just really not quite there with the tip. I haven't played a rest shot yet. Anything could happen here. Absolutely anything. I mean, this could go right in the centre, or I could miss the pocket either side by a foot. Feels good at the moment. Yeah. I came back, you know, didn't feel like I gave it enough backspin there to come back far enough, and it's come back lovely. I could just play easy shot here. We just drop this in, see the... Yeah, it feels really nice rolling it. It just doesn't have that control on that type of shot yet. So I might have to play a few more punchy shots to just make sure everything's going all right with this. Let's see what happens with this one. Yeah, it just felt a little it just didn't know if that was going to go one side of the pocket or the other. Is there anything else? I've written down everything I wanted to talk about here. No, that's pretty good. Pretty much said everything. So let's see what we can do here. Just screw back a little bit. You can really tell at the point of the video where I've completely run out of things to talk about. Doing a Northern Ireland video next week, that'll hopefully be good. Oh yeah, that was another thing. People were saying that the people that do the compilation videos are saying that they were getting copyright strikes on a lot of their videos. I think it's slightly been, oh no, their videos are being copyright claimed, so you're not seeing so many compilation videos of the best shots. I think mine are alright, because all of the small clips I use aren't very long and I talk over them, so mostly I don't think anybody's going to notice. But it means, because they're not making so many of them, I'm struggling now because I don't know which shots were the best ones. So I'm going to have to work out some sort of system where you can send me the ones you think are the best shots. And I've just got I thought I was alright then, and I realised I've just got to clear up and we're done with the video for the week. Hopefully I get this. Who knows, I could have not been recording anything, couldn't I? This will all be a complete and utter waste. Oh, that's nice though. Look how well I've cued that. You know, got the tips starting to come alive. Yeah, give it. I've been dead by next week. I'll be dead straight playing it like that. Ooh, just rolled over the top of it a bit. It's difficult to explain what I did there, but I just played it a bit slow and a bit too much side and nearly missed the pot. Well, not nearly missed it, but it went to the left side of the pocket rather than straight in. Either way, let's just get down on this blue. See, no control. That's way too hard, but held it. I might do what I... No, I'm good. I usually always try and stay, because I'm right-handed, I always try and stay right side of the pink. I did think about rolling that through. That's come out nice. I didn't think I could get that far, really. I'm really liking this cue. It's really got the feel of it. I won't like it so much if I miss this pink, but I'm really liking... I'm talking myself out of it, aren't I? I always do this. Well, this has been a massive success. That took no time at all, and all of a sudden, I'm used to the thing. It's playing so much better, and I'm not having issues with it. Other than the nonsense I've been talking, that's been brilliant. When it comes to cues, you're searching for something you like the feel of, and when you find it, you want to keep everything the same as much as possible. And I was finding, because my tip was coming off on a regular basis, I wasn't able to do this. The new Ferrule itself won't make too much of a difference to my game, but the fact that I won't have to be changing my tip too often because it keeps coming loose, and I'll keep that the same, will improve my game in the long term, or at least I hope it will. Which means all we have left to do is find Carlos in Barranquilla, Colombia, which is there. So now I've got my cues sorted out, we can finally get back to making actual videos, like the best shots from the Northern Ireland Open, which is coming up next week. And if you can't wait for that, have a look at these two videos of the best shots from previous tournaments. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better player by subscribing to the channel and visit the website. See you later.